Hello Team FD and welcome back to Unfiltered, where we give you the story behind the grams. And today I'm absolutely buzzing to say that joining me is captain of my beloved Celtic, it's Scott Brown. How are you, sir?
I am very well.
You all good?
Yourself?
Decked out in the New Balance kit. Do we like this new one?
Love it. It's better than my normal gear anyway, so that's why I wore this.
I like the top button.
Yeah,
Very
lovely.
smart. Love a top button. And do you know what else I love? Your Instagram, surprisingly active on it, Scott. Didn't think you would be, but let's delve straight in because there's lots of interesting content to get through and you're a busy man. Okay, so the first picture, this is your invincible season, 6 in a row, a whole season unbeaten. The pinnacle of your career maybe, so far?
At that time, yes. I think to go all the way through a season, to go unbeaten with the lads when Brendan first came in, I don't think anyone, any fan, any person would ever thought that we would have done that, but we managed to do that, and I think, what was it, 69 games that we managed to do, so it was something extraordinary, and the lads loved every single moment out of it and the way it started as well.
Yeah, given the start of that season when you lost to Reading, did you foresee anything like that happening? I got some stick for that in the office, by the way.
You did?
Yeah. I mean, you probably got off lightly, no. So did you ever see, that squad, that team spearheaded by Brendan, taking you to those heights?
I think that game it was more experimental. The manager probably didn't know his best team at the time, didn't know who he was going to play, and it was 35 degrees, the pitch was harder than kind of this. And
should have played in your flip-flops.
To be fair, they're lovely, ain't they? Look at them. You can get these from $9.99 by the way.
I'm pinching them from you afterwards.
Battering. They're better than them anyway. And I think going over there, going to Gibraltar at the time, and nobody was thinking that we're ever going to get beat there, and we were thinking we turn up. We've done 17 days in Austria pre-season, so we should be in good condition. And then we went straight over Gibraltar, stayed in possibly the worst hotel I've ever stayed in. Couldn't cook chicken, chef got sacked, and we're all sitting there going, what is happening here? So none of the lads have ate anything for pre-match or anything.
No one came out that game well.
No, and that's an excuse.
Yeah.
Because we should have still been beating them without
Yeah.
eating. And turned up to the game, and the pitch was horrendous, change rooms horrendous. We started not too bad, passing the ball about, which the gaffer wanted us to do. And then one crazy moment, we go 1-0 down, and we're all thinking, turning around going, what's our answer to this?
Is it going to be one of those days?
And then the fans are on us, you can imagine. So we go back to Celtic Park, get the result that we're looking for, get through that,
Make amends, yeah.
and then the season just kind of kicks on from there, and we play on a grass pitch, and it helps all the lads, that's for sure.
Let's move on to the next photo. This is after you did the double treble, and it's a very similar picture, but I wanted to ask you more so about Kieran Tierney. Now, do you remember your first training session with him when he broke into the first team? Do you remember thinking this guy is a generational talent?
I remember my first game at St Johnstone away. He came into training, he's been fierce, he's been in people's faces, he's been up and down the line. He got the ball, Ronnie Dyler was the manager, and he was pinging it long. And I liked the wee man, so I've kind of ran over to him and went, wee man, you're allowed to pass the ball as well.
Was that just nerves, just him getting rid of it?
He just kind of looked at me and went, yeah. Then the next couple of times he just started playing, and from then he's unbelievable.
The confidence he plays with now.
Everyone knows how good he is. His thighs are huge, he's so strong, he's quick, he's possibly the quickest in our team. People value him at 20-25 million, you can see why, because the talent, and especially what he's done in Champions League in the last couple of seasons as well.
Yeah, for sure. And I mean, Celtic have produced a lot more talent of late from the academy, but is he still the best young prospect you've seen at your tenure at the club? Yeah,
he's still young, he's still up for Young Player of the Year. So I think he won it 3 years in the trot there, so it shows you that the experience has helped him coming to Celtic, to playing in the big games, to playing in Champions League, to playing in Rangers Celtic games, and to coming through and flying out them all. And I've never seen a winger get the better of him, and it shows you what a quality player that he is and what a quality player that he's going to be, and that Brendan coming through at the right time in his career as well, and adding things to his game that he maybe would never add to, and I think that's really helped him as well.
Yeah, and I don't think any Celtic fans would begrudge him a move eventually to one of Europe's elite clubs. Now the next photo, my personal favourite of the batch, Scott.
That's his mine as well.
The birth of the Bruni.
That was my mate.
So Fraser Forster's been sent off. Left foot from outside the box, that's a collector's item. 2-2. Give us some context around this.
All the lads were saying I need to shoot more in training.
Oh, yeah?
No, they weren't. We went down 10 men, goal behind, and we've managed to dig deep. And Lenny's the manager at the time, coming in at half time, and we're thinking, oh no, what we're going to do here. Made the sub, changed a few players about. Second half we came out and we've dictated play with 10 men, and we're thinking, we've got this. And somehow Mark Wilson's got the ball right wing. Don't know what Mark Wilson was doing right wing at the time when he was the right back and we're down to 10 men. He's managed to cut the ball back to me. I've taken a good touch with my right foot and thinking, I should really hit this, and I've just went for it, and lucky enough for me it went in the back of the net, and that man was standing right in front of me, because we had a running battle for about 2 years, I think it was. And
did you enjoy it? That
I
running
loved
battle?
that running
Did it
battle.
supercharge it?
Yeah, it's part and parcel of football, that battle. You play against somebody, you want to get the better of them, and a lot of the time I got the better of him, and sometimes he would maybe say he got the better of me, but that day I definitely got the better of him.
And was your initial thought when you scored the goal, where is Elas Diouf?
No, I kind of got more shocked than anything, and I've kind of just turned around. Gary Hooper and Joe Ledley are starting to run towards me, and your man was in front of me, and I just stood up and showed him who was boss.
Was there any other ex-Rangers players from that period that you really enjoyed playing against?
He was the main one. I played against my mate Kevin Thompson quite a lot at the time, and it was always hard playing against mates because the two of us were centre mid together. But this game I ended up playing right mid for some reason because we went down to 10 men. Joan, I think it was maybe Key in the middle of the park, and I went out to the right hand side, so it's kind of different there. But it was always hard playing against one of your mates that you've grown up and you know how he plays, and you know what he likes to do, and what he knows what you like to do as well.
Yeah, very different relationship with him. Obviously still good friends off the pitch
Yeah,
now,
still great friends.
Next photo is an ex-teammate of yours as well. It's the shirt from Virgil van Dijk that he sent up to you. First defender to win PFA Men's Player of the Year since John Terry. Obviously killing it in the Premier League at the moment. Did you think this guy is a special talent as soon as he walked in through the door from Groningen?
When he first came in, everyone was looking at him. He's got pace, he's got power, he's very good on the ball. And he didn't play a lot of games right at the start. He got dropped for one, came back in, and then from then he really kicked on. And you've seen how good he was. You've seen as soon as the ball went over the top, there was nobody in the SPL ever going to beat him. And it's like that in the English Premier League now. The ball goes over the top, and he's got that pace, he's got that power, he's got that stature about him that nobody's going to beat him. And his reading of the game just got better and better as he went along. And he was fantastic for us. He was a gentleman as well. He'd help all the young ones out. He would help anyone out that needed that. And he was just an all-round chilled guy. But on the ball was unbelievable as well. He was scoring free kicks for us.
I know, yeah, got to the point where he was taking free kicks.
Yeah, we just let him take everything because he was getting that good. So, as I say, he was just improving week after week, and it was only a matter of time before he went to the big boys.
So not surprised at all at the levels he's reached?
No, not at all. When he went to Southampton, I always believed that he would go on yet again and go to a top 4 club, and he's went to a top 4 club. He's got Player of the Year as well, and it shows you what a top quality player he was, going for 75 million. And there's a lot of people maybe wouldn't pay that for a defender, but
cheers for that 10% as well. that paid for French Eddie, didn't it?
But I think Liverpool's got him at a steal.
Yeah, massively. Is there any other players from that team that you think should have made more of an impression at that level? For me, I always thought Gary Hooper would be a very productive striker in the Premier League, but unfortunate with injuries. So anyone like that?
Yeah, Joe Ledley as well, Victor Wanyama. We had Key Sung Young too. Key was a fantastic footballer. Sometimes maybe just going away to Inverness maybe didn't suit him. But at Celtic Park, he was unbelievable. He was a great talent, and everyone knew he was young, he was keen at the time, and he maybe just didn't get as much game time as he would have liked.
Next photo, 2018 Christmas video. You and your pal Lustig. You are like the Chuckle Brothers on the pitch. He seems to just get being a Celtic player.
He's fantastic. The love that he's got for the club's unbelievable. The way he's played, especially this season as well. And there's a lot of people saying that his legs have gone, that he's finished, and I think this has been one of his best seasons so far. For
sure, putting in star performances in the big games. Now he's wearing a police hat there.
The worst thing about this picture,
go on,
is he actually had real handcuffs at the time. And we were thinking for a little bit of banter, we'll put on loosely, that I could pull my hands out. But he's put it on and he's pulled it a little bit. So I've had to like properly grab my hand all the way out and force it out because we didn't have the keys for it.
Nightmare.
Yeah.
So the nightmare before Christmas, literally.
To be fair, it's probably not the first time that I've been in a pair of handcuffs for a copper.
Oh, the looks we're getting from the PR team. Anyway, we'll move on. So next photo. Context of this, November 2017, in a taxi with Tierney, Roberts and Lennon. Oh, man, do I miss PR7. What a little baller he was. But what I wanted to ask here was, do you feel compelled to look after the younger players as the captain of almost 10 years now, or were they actually looking after you this night?
Kieran was looking after me that night.
All right.
Yeah, me and Kieran are very close, and especially on nights out, he makes sure that
he's the old head on young shoulders.
yes, and he's a very, very sensible player. But no, we're on a taxi at the time. It was a taxi driver that's taking the selfie.
All right.
So
okay.
he's taking the selfie, put it on the internet, and we've all stole the picture of me, Kieran.
What, you've cut him out?
And we've cut him out.
That is ruthless. You've cut him out. That is rude.
You get his ear in, he's all right.
I didn't even notice his ear. Little ginger wispy hair as well.
We met Lenny just driving down, and he was just walking in. I think he's walking.
Was that a coincidence?
Yeah.
You weren't actually supposed to meet him?
No, he wasn't there. Lenny was
hilarious.
with his wife at the time, so we bumped into him, jumped in, got a selfie at the taxi.
Now, do you do a lot together as a squad outside of football? Because there is a togetherness about this team.
We stay late in training grounds. People think we just finish training and all just go. We sit around, we socialise there, and it's beginning to get harder and harder to socialise outside football now, because the amount of games that we're playing 60, 65 games a season, and it's Saturday, Wednesday, and social media, you can imagine the lads being out and about and everyone getting it on video camera every 2 minutes. So no, we make sure more for us, we're more focused on playing than anything else.
Okay, cool. Well, I've got a couple photos left. My oh my, look at the boot cut trousers on you there, Scott. What is going on?
That was a fashion then. That was
big chunky tie as
2008.
well.
I've probably still got that suit and that tie. Oh,
But
they're
what I wanted to ask you
shockers.
about this photo was, what was it like to play in a side with a technician like Nakamura?
He's probably technically the most gifted player I've played with. The way it was probably 11, 12 years ago. He was in doing the gym, stretching every day, and it was no weight bearing. It was just making sure that his joints were nice and loose. And every day, no matter what, recover, stretch, up the gym, look after himself. And the lads were looking, going, why is he not going to the gym? Why is he not using the weights? Why is he not doing? So football's kind of going more and more that way, and lean, make sure you're quicker. And he was already probably 10, 11 years in advance of that, and that's why he's still playing now and still scoring world free kicks.
Still putting free kicks
at
through
the age of
buses on
39,
Japanese
40.
TV.
Yeah, that's fantastic, that one.
その歓喜のシーンをもう一度
Last photo, I'm going to fast forward to the Henrik Larsson one, because I've got to ask you about the man. What is it like to keep the company of a living god, a living, breathing god?
That was my testimonial golf day. Me and Hendrik spoke to each other a couple of times on social media and asked him if he would come over, and he bet the chance to come over and play golf. And he's one of the nicest guys you can meet. He's chilled, he's relaxed, he's an absolute hero and icon for this club. And every single player, whoever it was at the golf day, came up, spoke to him and says that he had time for everyone, and it shows you what a man and what a quality player that he was.
Now his legacy was obviously goals. What do you want yours to be at Celtic and why?
It's definitely not goals though, is it?
A couple of belters this season though.
Yeah,
goal of the season.
Sorry about that. I think me just playing, being an honest pro and enjoying football, and I think for the next couple of years of my career, just enjoy it as much as I possibly can and clock up as many games as I can as well.
Nice one, mate. Well, I thoroughly enjoyed your company.
Thank you
That
very
was
much.
Unfiltered for another week, no problem. Who do you want to see us do next week, guys? Let us know in the comments below. Like, subscribe, all that good stuff. A massive thanks to New Balance for making this happen. Peace out.